So you're trying SEO by yourself. Here are 5 key tools that you'll need to be successful and find that organic traffic. It's 2023 and organic search and search engines have changed a lot over the years. These 5 tools are crucial for your success. I'll include a link to each of the tools in the description below. But first, go ahead and like this video, smash that subscribe button, and toggle the notification bell so that you can stay up on all the latest tips, tricks, and trends on SEO and digital marketing. Now, there are a ton of SEO tools out there. It's difficult to choose just 5. We tried to choose 5 that covered the 3 pillars of SEO: on-page, off-page, and technical SEO. So let's dive in. The first tool is Screaming Frog. If you've ever thought about SEO or are thinking about SEO, you have got to become familiar with Screaming Frog. Screaming Frog is a website crawler or a spider crawler. So what that means is you can go ahead and plug in a URL and start to crawl every internal link on the site. This is incredibly important and valuable as you start to scale out the content that you're creating and then, of course, evaluating its ability to be indexed and read by search engines. We'll definitely be doing multiple videos on Screaming Frog in the future as it is a very robust tool with a lot of functionality. But in its simplicity, you can look at the website in a holistic view. You can see all of the pages, their title tags, meta descriptions, meta robots tags, word count, as well as other elements that are on page. You can parse through that data to find opportunities for places for you to optimize, as well as visualize things like your internal linking structure or your site hierarchy, as well as identify all the inbound or internal links to a given page, and much, much more. Ultimately, this is a great tool for also monitoring performance over time. For example, if a handful of pages get marked as no index, or if the status code is resulting in a 400 or 500 status error. Now, there are some limitations to Screaming Frog. It does not do well with enormous sites. It does use your computer's resources. There is a free account that allows up to 500 URLs to be crawled. However, the yearly premium on the paid account is very reasonable. Which brings us to tool number 2. SEM or SEMrush. Where Screaming Frog helps considerably with your technical SEO, SEMrush or SEMrush is definitely a tool that will help you with your on-page and in some cases off-page SEO. I'll show you what I mean. It is certainly commonly held among SEOs that a good SEO strategy is looking as far into the future as possible to plan out the site the best that you can. SEMrush is a great place to gather as much of that information as you can to help you make educated decisions moving forward. For example, you can do this domain overview for either your own site as well as your competitor's sites. You can glean all sorts of information from here. For example, what kind of keywords to target. And inside SEMrush, there are a handful of tools that will help you. For example, the Keyword Gap tool, which allows you to plug in several competitors and see what keywords they have in common and what keywords you do not share with them, showing you opportunity for content. Additionally, there is this Keyword Magic tool where you can throw in some ideas, creative ideas that you have, and it will spit out a ton of keywords around those creative ideas that have volume that you can cater your content to. SEMrush also has tools for off-page SEO. For example, backlink acquisition. You can come over here and look at the analytics to your competitor's backlink profile, as well as your own to identify opportunities for links that you need to acquire, as well as links that maybe you need to disavow. While Google has stated that disavowing links is no longer a priority for SEOs, we are still seeing value in removing or disavowing those spammy backlinks. SEMrush, like Screaming Frog, also has a spider crawler, so it'll go through all those internal links and identify opportunities for you for pages that are missing certain elements. So, in short, SEMrush is great for research and ultimately planning out your site. Which brings us to tool number 3, which is really the G Suite, which I would call out 3 major tools. 1, GA4 or Google Analytics, 2, Google Search Console, and 3, Google My Business. These are 3 tools that we use definitely on a daily basis to understand what's happening on our site and then, of course, where to optimize. These 3 tools will help us get insight to where people are landing and then what they do on our site. Are they doing the things that we want them to do and ultimately participating in those final conversions? Now, these 3 tools are not necessarily easy, but they are required. You must get familiar with these 3 tools to be able to start to dive in to where to spend your time to ultimately increase your organic presence. And each of them deserves and will get their own video or multiple videos where we'll dive into the very specific things that you can do. Which brings us to our fourth tool, an on-page optimization tool called MarketMuse. MarketMuse is a TF-IDF or term frequency tool that will allow you to audit your existing content or content that you're producing against the competitors that are already ranking for the keyword that you're targeting, and then give you direction on the keywords and copy that you should add to your document to more appropriately target the keyword. And finally, tool number 5 is Pagespeed Insights. Unlike Google's Lighthouse tool, which is also super valuable and that uses lab data, Pagespeed Insights uses the real user data or Crux dashboard to give you a real good look at how users are experiencing your site. It does a great job identifying very specific things that you can do to optimize your site for optimal page speed and ultimately core web vitals, which we've talked a little bit about and we will continue to talk about, as it is a direct indicator for ranking potential. And like I said earlier, there are so many tools and Chrome extensions that are great for SEOs on a daily basis. We're not going to be able to get into all of them, but let's do a couple honorable mentions. Ahrefs is a great off-page SEO tool that, similar to SEMrush, allows you to audit your backlink profile and ultimately opportunities where you can build backlinks to support your backlink acquisition strategy. The others here that I'll mention are Redirect Path, which is a Chrome extension, super valuable for understanding what's happening when you land on a given page. Getting a 200 status resolution, or is it redirecting? What's taking place behind the scenes that ultimately you can optimize for? And then for our final mention, maybe another technical option here is the Data Layer Checkered Chrome extension, as well as the Google Rich Results Test. Both of these tools will allow you to see if you structured your schema markup correctly to capture those rich results. So there you have it. There are 5 plus some bonus mentions, key SEO tools to be successful in 2023. We definitely recommend that if you found this video valuable to go ahead and like and subscribe, as we're going to dive into all these and many more digital marketing tools to help you be successful with your digital marketing strategy. This is Quinn with RunLeadGen, and we'll see you next time.